Solomon.
As when you think.
Among the most popular pronouncements about the Ghanaian music industry, that it does not exist. It is something you hear from even industry insiders or those close to the industry. I want to know if that's something you subscribe to, or if it's just a statement that is too excessive.
It's so there's a yes and a no. Now let me start it from the no first. I think a lot of people replace the word industry, replace the word structure with industry. A lot of them I feel are actually talking about structure, not industry. But as an industry, yes, it does exist because we've got things like cottage industry. We've got things like small scale industry. For as long as there's a value chain that you start from here, you can go to here, and there's an outcome. That is an industry to itself, by the word's definition. As to structures that can scale, that's where people need to. So I think a lot of times when I hear Ghana, and the funny part is a lot of people say Ghanaian music industry doesn't have an industry, but you just use the word industry. So can we like stick to? I think a lot of times they want to talk about a structured system of assessing that value chain and amplifying it and seeing the results that you need out of it.
Right. Why do you think that perception exists? Generally, people will tell you, oh, South Africa has the structure. And these days, Nigeria has the structure because the majors are all moving there. So I feel like, why then do you think that perception exists?
If you're replacing the word structure with industry, then I beg to differ. A lot of people don't understand what they actually want to talk about.
Right.
And that's sometimes my challenge. There's a lot of pedestrian, pedantic conversations about Ghana music in that, which is actually untrue. There's no facts to buy. There may be isolated things that allow you to, and I have my challenges with the entire value chain.
It's a love-hate.
No, I love it because my business relies on it. But also, I wish it could help my business be bigger by it growing, because without it, there's a lot of things we can't do. Now, I want to point you to two markets that you mentioned. South Africa, and then you made a statement about Nigeria has it because the majors. Nigeria got a structure before the majors came in. The majors didn't come to build the industry. Let's not give it.
That's interesting because you say structure instead of industry.
Yes, because the industry exists. Cottage industry, small scale industry.
I'm saying there's no question there.
Yes, the fact that there hasn't been a big exit, financial exit in podcasting industry, you can't tell me that it doesn't exist. GCR started to make shows
8 years ago.
Yes, I've been listening to shows from GCR forever, and they are not the only players in the system. There's a lot of people that are spawned and come. Is there a structure system where the deals are happening? Who is marketing? Are we engaging? And where's the commercial side? Yes, that's a structural problem. It's not an industry. Let's not confuse the wording. Now, let's go back to our conversation we're having, or the point that you made about Nigeria and South Africa. And I said structure. There was a blueprint that Nigeria implemented. The majors didn't come to write what is existing now. And the majors, guys, they only come when they see there's business. Like, let's not give them powers. The white man came to your continent because they saw that there's gold and you don't know what to do with it. They have natural resources, you don't want to know what to do with it. So they're here. They're making money of it. That doesn't mean it didn't exist. They didn't put the gold on the ground. They didn't invent the systems. And before they came, we're mining the gold.
Right.
Like, we have something. I'm going to cite a commercial example. See, there's a brand that has taken Gary to a different level with mixes and whatnot. What? We weren't doing that before. My house next to Cape Coast, there was a Gary making factory. In fact, 31st December, movement, Gary making, but we didn't we didn't put a structure that allowed for the industry to scale to the level of packaging that it is. That did not mean that it didn't exist. And that's where I want to make the distinction. I want to differentiate.
Right. And so you are saying that that's a legitimate question. Is that we are asking a wrong question. What we really want to say is that structure-wise.
Structure.
So it's not just entitled people who are...
No, but again, if you ask the wrong question, what are you going to get? Get a wrong answer.
Right.
Which has always been our problem. We want to say this, but we say it in a way that we don't get the right responses, so then everybody moves on.
So you're saying there are no entitled people? Because I feel like...
Oh, I don't say there are no entitled people. Please, come on. Let's be realistic. There's a lot of entitled people. Okay. And that's actually part of the problem with the structure. Because there's no structure, everybody wants to... See, there are two things. And I came to that realization in a momentous time in my life, in 2019. Okay. There's a big problem we have.
Wow, 2019 is a very iconic
year. And that's when I saw that. And I put two words to it. There's a comprehension problem.
Okay.
And there's a standardization problem.
Okay.
Comprehension as in we can't comprehend how big things are. How deep things can go. Because we can't comprehend, we take the very nascent value and we think that's all there is. Example of that comprehension is when you go home and you say, I want to be a musician. You are likely to get a slap because they can't comprehend that music could actually feed you until a certain point where sports hit a certain traction and you are getting out of class to go and play football. What's wrong with you? But today, parents drive their children with kit at the back and go and stay for kids to practice. Why? Because the structure has been built for sports. There is the Juve Academy, Right to Dream. Is it Kudus? Who was one of the Ghanaian players? Was a former product of Right to Dream Academy.
Yes, Kudus, I think.
Yeah. So if you have Kudus proving that the structure he went to school, he stayed in class, he had to pass the academics before he was allowed to do that. So now people see, wait, there is a structure. So it didn't mean that football didn't exist. People were going professional forever, back in the day. Let's not get it. So this is what I mean by that structure, replacing that word with industry. Now, comprehension. So when you can't comprehend how far things can go, how are you going to put yourself in? What do? You say you make money, you are a content creator. I don't see anything. It's like I sit in my house and I make $20,000 a month. Until that structure came into being, you are likely to you're a waste of time. Yeah. You understand? So structure is really... And then the second problem for me, what I saw was standardization. Guys, there's nothing like Ghana standard. There's a global standard where your will be marked.
Right.
There's nothing like, here, this is how we do it. You have to. And because we don't appreciate that standardization, we have problem. Like it's a bother to us. All the muff that Nigerians make, all the big talk, remember, they actually align to global standards.
Right.
Exactly. That's why they are scaling. So if you sit here and think that it's a Ghana standard that I need to put out the music, this is how we do it, who are you? You're a tiny speck of 30 million people in an 8 billion planet. Like, come on, guys. Can we... Yet you have an opportunity to reach 1 billion and you're not aligning to the standards that would take you to that billion. How are you going to get there?
Why are we not aligned? Do you think there's a paranoia among the Ghanaian creatives to align?
Miles, what we are not going to do here is...
I'm just asking.
Wait. You are, but I will not let you ask questions that give reasons. Because that's one of the things we do very well. We give ourselves...
I'm just trying to comprehend.
Comfy reasons like...
You mentioned the word comprehension.
But you started off by, are they paranoid? They are not paranoid. We just don't want to. Listen, excellence is hard.
And
mediocrity is comfortable. Like everybody can get in there. Wait. What's that comedian? The one that smashed everybody 2 years ago.
Kat
said that. And I saw it this morning. It's like, excellence is hard. But mediocrity, get a seat. Get comfortable. So you want to work, you want to get, so using that framework, let's use that framework, right, to look at the music. Those who aspire for excellence, what is happening?
It's one of two things. They either make it big or they have to give up because they operate within a Ghana
No,
system.
but then those who are aspiring for and working for it, they are making it globally.
Okay.
Those who want to be mediocre, get comfortable. You can sit where you are and be mediocre, but it's not going to go anywhere.
Right. So the reason I brought up paranoia is that the reason years ago a parent wouldn't let their child play football, as you said, is as a result of a lack of comprehension, which I feel like is born from paranoia. They are afraid that playing football leads to a path of distraction. So I'm saying that I'm asking if that's a similar issue within the music space.
No, I don't think, I wouldn't say it's paranoia. Again, it's, first, if you can't comprehend how big things can go, then you just subscribe to the nascent
What's the
view.
barest minimum?
Yeah, barest minimum. Okay, so there's that. But the second part is, if structure doesn't allow me to see how far things can go, then it's not paranoia.
Okay.
Okay, you know that you go to school, you read medicine, you become a doctor, you pass your housemanship, you get it, you start to do, you have your certificate is working in 3 different hospitals, you have locum, whatnot. There's a structure to the earnings. We still haven't been able to define or allow ourselves to walk into that structure of music for people to see. Music is big. Like, it is way bigger than just the guy who picks a mic, goes to the studio. He's the start of the system, but there are millions of little tiny parts that all comes out to. So they create jobs for, like, there's an incremental job that comes out of it because there is a structure.
I want to stick with structure one more time. I know that over here in Ghana, this is, if I release music and I do this and I go by the beach, I get a scandal, I'm going to make it and I'm going to leverage off of my fame. I feel like that is structure. Of course, it's not what
You've actually just made my point. There is something. So when we continuously denigrate that there isn't, that's where
Okay. So there's an industry
Yes.
and there's structure.
Yes.
It's just not the structure that we expect. It's not,
It is there. It's not even about expectations. We have to build it to give us the scale that it is.
okay.
I'll cite an example. You know, it's actually a very conscious, state-directed effort behind K-pop.
I wouldn't be surprised.
No, don't be. It is actually what it is. The Hallyu Wave is a country branding project that Koreans launched decades ago. They had pillars, standards, whatnot. They told themselves, what is it? We're going to export our culture. So K-drama, K-pop, it's an integral part of that strategy. That we're going to take our music and our culture and export it to a certain place. And that allowed for those structures to be amplified, built nicely. And it worked. So when, you know, there's a K-pop festival that happens in downtown LA. Massive.
Right.
Thousands.
K-pop is global now. So
It's a global phenomenon. There's one, they've actually signed a deal to do it in last year sometime in Europe. There's one in Southeast Asia. Like, it's everywhere except Africa. But it's a conscious effort to bring that to bear. How K-pop music structure is might slightly differ with the Americans.
right.
But it doesn't, because of that standardization, they don't exist in a vacuum.
Okay.
They've realized that there's a band culture in Korea. So labels come, sit down, will audition hundreds of people. You are good, you are a dance, you this, okay, that's your character. We'll put them in there. You become a band. You have to pretend like we give you an origin story. It's like building a brand and we take you to the world.
A cultural strategy. If I ask you what Ghana's cultural strategy is, you may not have an answer. You are saying that is where all of this stems from.
Yeah, it's part of it.
Okay.
We don't have an answer. We don't have a one single answer. But if you ask me, also all the parts that is needed is actually right where here in front of us. We can build it.
Okay.
But there should be a willingness to build it, because if continuously practitioners, people, places are sitting in everywhere and saying things like it doesn't exist, then who would do?
Rudy, what is the perception of Ghanaian music when you go out there?
We gave the world Azonto.
Okay.
We gave the world the basics of Afrobeat.
Okay.
I think that answers it enough. We've been at the forefront of it. We are the only people with something called the Yamponsa rhythm, which is a patent system that belongs to us by a living legend that we never project. We gave the world a band, a pop band that was akin to Earth, Wind and Fire, Osibisa.
Right.
So I'm just answering with
Examples.
visuals
Right.
that it is there. It is there. If Salif Keita, if Miriam Makeba, if Fela Kuti, Hugh and co were coming here to take the sound and record here, and it should tell you. Okay, if you have a diarized and structured book, of our music with the history from Professor John Collins and co, like if you had Bodo Steiger, who literally just turned his attention to Ghana and was he gave us 2 decades of beautiful music from a German, but look at how he elevated the sound. When you hear Bodo's kick today in any speaker, you hear the kick. Standardization.
Okay.
Standardization. He took it to that level. So look at all the people that recorded with him. Same thing with a Zap. When you hear a Zap kick,
It's distinguishable.
it's a very, but there's no structure for these things too. And I guess your next question will be, who should build it?
No, actually, my next question was going to be that because these days you operate from the amplifier side of things, I want to know, because a lot of people say there's no question about the talent.
So
The question is about the amplification.
I think even amplification, we got there. I mean, look at what Fuse did.
That's Fuse.
Look at what Sway did.
Okay, that's Sway.
You see, this is, and you see the answer you gave me. This is exactly the challenge.
Okay.
Our non-acceptance of the outliers and what they've done, and rather always isolating that or positioning as isolated forms of success. Not okay.
Because the examples you gave
I will
are
give
outside
you
in.
No, I'll give you an example.
Okay.
My first time meeting Fuse, Reggie Rockstone's shout out to your second president. Office. The Wednesday nights. They used to have these live sessions that people come to play. One of these days, like Reggie's like, yo, you gotta come by. I was like, okay. Very rare, but I'll go. I go in there, and I think Good was a Fia performing at that time. And Fia did her thing. KOD was there. I remember very well, because actually he was hosting that night. Then there's a cat who was standing there. Okay. Then Ifya goes on a break. And then Reggie introduced, hey, listen, this is my guy. His name is Fuse ODG. And, we all started, okay, Fuse ODG. Yeah, what's the ODG for? But he's going to do, and Fuse had him rehearsed with the band. So Fuse comes in and says, give me the mic. He tells the drum, play this way. Guitar, play this way. Play this way. And then he turns to the crowd and say, hey, whatever I say, I sing, and it gets to the part, there's a hook. I just want you to do it. Okay. It's like, and it sounded funny, to all of us. It was like, okay, I will join in. Then he just started. Then he points to the crowd, and we all go, 1, 2. By the third one, the rhythm, he went on. I was like, that's a guy. This is a musician. What was Fuse doing here? He came here to tap into that. Who made Azonto? Who was the producer of Azonto?
The theories
no
exist.
The song.
Of course.
That's Kill.
Right.
Kill beat. Yeah.
Right. Of course.
There were Fuse had access to any number of producers in the UK. Why didn't he sit there and play with them? He wanted something authentic from here. So he came, tapped Kill Beat, and they made that song. And he went back and put it in the structure, the industry.
That actually works.
And he built it. And he just kept growing.
I feel like every time we ask this question, the answer is, yeah, we have this. We created High Life. We did this. We did that. But we see, I feel like, how long are we going to say, oh, we created High Life? We cite all these examples. And yes, we come back and we say, there's no structure or there's no industry, depending on who is asking the question.
I also think that sometimes there are people we shouldn't pay no mind to. In fact, the people we shouldn't pay no mind to are the ones that we allow to dictate and shape our discourse. And that is frustrating.
For example?
I will never call out an example.
Okay.
And I'll not call it out. Let me make a distinction. I'm not naming names and calling it out because I actually don't want to amplify them.
Right.
And give it. But it is frustrating that the conversations that need to be had are not being had. It is the slapstick sound bites that we pay attention to. Like, again, an acceptor. The one country that has had a consistent over 25 years award structuring system that has actually made stars in Ghana and out of Ghana. And yet, we still say there is no industry. Apart from SAMES in South Africa, which sometimes had state support. Sometimes had state level support to deliver. Well, to the best of my knowledge, and I stand to be corrected, but there's not been any state support for a Ghana Music Awards. Yeah, I mean, an argument can be made. It's a private initiative.
No, the Ministry of Tourism.
I'm talking, bro, I know what a proper state support is.
Should look like, right?
Okay, we run the MAMES. I know when the state came to play and when they say this, I'm not talking about slapping their me or supporting an award category. If the thing works, you put it in budget. At a point in time, the Cape Town Jazz Festival was read as part of South Africa's budget. It was mentioned as a line item.
Jesus.
Sama was mentioned as a line item that we have decided to post X amount to support them because our industry. Have you heard that? So it's not in support of the ministry of X or Y or what. I'm talking proper. We need to be able to dull certain voices and amplify the things that actually take us to the place.
Right.
Because the Bible says that life and death is in the power of the what? The tongue.
Pastor
so if
Ruddy,
you continuously denigrate yourself, where are you going?
I mean, it's fun. In the age of virality and memes, it's fun. So we can laugh about it in a day or two, and then it will go away. But there's an injury that is being caused that nobody's paying attention to.
Yes.
Like you said, by allowing certain voices to become prominent and almost because the loudest voices now represent, it's almost like their representation of what we are collectively thinking, whether true or false. That's the perception. Talk to me about what specific injuries, things like that are doing to the industry.
Oh, but the results is there for everybody to see. That we built things. We gave the world a dance. And somebody comes in and wrestles it from us because there's no cohesion at the back.
Right.
We start trends and we do our greatest best to kill it. Because subdividing ourselves is a sport for us. Let's chop it down.
That's a sad thing to think about.
But it's our character. Whereas other people get behind those that are lifting and running, we're very quick to make it tribal. We're very quick to make it political affiliation. We're very quick we are to never
actually
quick
trivialize.
To actually, and it's not. And when I hear things like, let me tell you something about. One of the funnier things is support your own. How do I support you when you don't support yourself? How can I support you when you do your damnedest best not to support yourself?
Maybe it's a comprehension problem.
There you go. You make.
I'm making notes. So, in your experience, what are some of the frameworks or models that have worked or are working.
You know, like I said, all the parts we need to build a Lamborghini is here. So we are not reinventing the wheel.
Okay.
What we need to do is the subdivisions
Okay.
and start to work.
Okay.
The amplification, the support system. And also, you can't force people to like you.
Okay.
I also don't want you to listen to people before you do what you have to do. Because if any of the people that I don't want to name, they listened from my cousins, you know, behind the funny burger and the strip of bacon.
Okay.
Yeah. After the strip of bacon and the funny burger party, those are cousins. If they listened before they did what they did, then they would never do what they do. And that's one of the things. But I can also understand the weight on the creatives' shoulders where you really want to be accepted. You really want to be, you know, but also you can't depend on them. Like, that's also my thing to them. Like, you shouldn't depend on it. Like, there are 8 billion people on the world. They want to like you. So they don't like you at home. So what?
Because there are actual consequences to not being liked at home.
Everybody will tell you from the book that, yes, you need to win at home before you can win abroad because you need to bring your fans. And I'll tell you, it was a strategic consideration back in my days at MTV.
Okay.
We would look at talents like you have to kind of carry your home.
Okay.
You have to come with something. And the easiest one you come with is home advantage. Right? If you're not carrying your home, it's very hard to do cross-border. But there's no book that says that you need your home. Because people move to other places and completely immerse and they win.
I mean, I'm going through my mind. I'm trying to find examples.
Partial example. Fuse.
So that's outside in.
But it's not. Why are you trying to make outside? The man, when he made money, he's here. He lives here. He has a studio here. The guy.
More Ghanaian than.
Thank you. So let's stop making it an outside in. It's just him.
Because Rudy, everybody you speak to, they say if you want to achieve success, the structure is outside in. You can't do inside out. Inside out is
I'd say that it is not true. Mediocrity is comfortable and therefore we accept things that we shouldn't accept. Again, all the parts to assemble that is already here. Okay, I'm going to cite you a different example.
Okay.
2019, Build Afro Nation. One of the things I set as a goal to myself, and my partners agreed with me 100% that time, was do your damnedest best to make it a Ghanaian production.
Okay.
Where all logistics were sourced from here. My technical producer and partner, he went to not less than 40 warehouses and suppliers. He took inventory of everything everybody had. We brought all serial numbers and everything back, loaded on our software and says, which gear talks to what? Looked at the riders and was like, we can achieve this.
Okay.
It was 100%, almost 100% Ghanaian production. We didn't fly any piece of equipment in. Just about the only thing that flew in was the inflatables that you saw.
Okay. But
every sound you heard, everything you saw, we sourced from here.
But lots of people will tell you that
it doesn't exist. You gonna
no, not that it doesn't exist. That it is a risk.
What do you call a win? A win is overcoming a risk.
Okay.
So you want to win? Take a risk.
Okay.
You don't want to win? Like I said, mediocrity is very comfortable, you know.
Okay. Why is it so difficult to amplify the Ghanaian talent? Am I even asking the right question?
You know, you are not. Because it's not difficult to amplify the Ghanaian talent. And I'll tell you why.
And I'll give you a bit of background. Because the world over, the biggest superstars these days are in their late teens and early 20s. In Ghana, it's almost as if, like, we see it out there, we admire it. It's almost like we can't see it here.
That's because we have a non-existent framework that, and we've just talked about some of the factors to it, right? You gave an age. It's because you're young, you're energetic. At the time that you need to put in the work, that's when a lot of people don't put in the work and relax. Okay. So when do you want to put in the work?
when you've been in the industry for a while, when you've seen how things work.
No.
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
No. You don't need to see anything.
Right.
Your part is to give us the product. Are you consistently giving us the product, or you turn yourself to? And you see, a lot of people are doing music that should be executives.
Okay.
Because they have an executive mindset. But the guy in front, he just needs to be in the studio, sleep there 24/7, churn out the product. That's really what I need you to do.
How risky or how much risk does the Ghanaian artist take?
Zero. You ask me. Very little.
And why is that a problem?
Because then where are we going? Again, to win,
You have
you need to overcome risk. If you're not taking risk. So I had a little forum with a few people. I was like, I know whoever there is to know probably in the industry. But you know, one of the saddest thing I said, no talent has ever walked to me and said, hey, I'm thinking of doing a tour. And I don't know how I want to go about it, but can we figure out what it is?
Maybe they don't know you are this accessible.
No. You see, every turn of this conversation, you've
I'm making
been assigning excuse, and this is one of the things.
I'm just saying what.
No, but I'm telling you that's also my challenge.
Okay.
Like, champ, you didn't even call me. Meanwhile, you're my guy.
I just wanted to do the things the right way.
Yeah, I get that. But the thing is this, the number has been the same for 20-something years.
Of course, no question.
So ask and it shall be given.
So
Seek and you find. Knock and it will be open. You are refusing to. You see, we invent all of these non-existent imaginary hoops of how things are supposed to work. And you know, it's funny, but I'm hearing that with you. There's a lot of invention of Taliwe Intimi. No,
So you're saying we come up with so many
reason not to take a step.
Accountability or
Yes.
right.
And accountability is zero.
Do you think it is a cultural problem?
Yes, it's a programming. It took me a while to recognize the pattern.
So you are saying that I'm just being a Ghanaian and I'm not.
Yeah, you're being a Ghanaian.
Okay.
You're being a Ghanaian.
Okay.
That's what that one. You're being a Ghanaian.
Okay. You said I heard you the first time.
No, make I repeat that.
Right. By speaking to someone like you, I realize how dangerous that can be, because it's like nobody really calls me out on
No,
this.
dangerous. It has been.
Has been.
Yeah,
but
and it's still being. It's
nobody
not
really. If you call me out on a behavior like this, I'll be like, Ruddy, he's you
another reason.
right. Oh my
Another
God.
reason. See, I'm giving you an example, right?
I'm going to
in
use
where
my-
I play, I just want to give you a little context. I think, as of today, speaking to you today, there's enough gear in the country for probably, I posit, between 20 to 40 big shows, where big show 2,000 capacity and above, 40, maybe 5,000 capacity shows, 40 of them to happen concurrently today. There's enough gear. Please understand the context.
Yeah, what you've said.
There is
very-
enough gear, soundboards, speaker systems, staging, lights, for 40 shows nationwide to happen concurrently tonight. I will bet my body parts be on that.
We beg.
Right? But it can happen today. So capacity, it exists.
Right.
There's more people with massive stages in warehouses that hasn't come out in 10 years.
Right.
And every year, somebody invests in it. Every part that we need to assemble and strengthen the structure, the non-existent, it exists today.
What will it take then for a 20-year-old or a 19-year-old who had just come out of school to do? Because I am what I see. I am what is around me. And if I see that my seniors are all complaining, oh, let's come together, support your own, and yet I don't see any actionable steps being taken, that is going to affect me whether I like it or not.
Yeah.
What will it take to turn the corner?
Refuse every single standard or ladder or level that they said you should be able to go. Refuse it.
Okay.
Question everything that you're being told. There is no reason why Ghanaian talent can't fill spaces on a regular daily basis. Because I've just told you there's enough gear for 40 shows to concurrently happen.
You can do a Coachella today.
You can't do a Coachella today. That's a massive play. Right? But I'm saying that 5,000 people, 40 shows. That's 200,000 people and a show nationwide somewhere it can happen. That's all I'm saying. And so with such a capacity existing, we question everything.
Mm-hmm. When you question everything, what does that do for you? What does that unlock for you?
Which means that you should be ready to act beyond the questioning, because as soon as, again, like I said, I hear a lot of it cannot, it should not, we can't do it. It's just a lot of reasons. I'm just saying, throw it all away. Question it by saying that, are you willing to take the step? You can't just question it and leave, because there's also a bunch of people that I've seen that question it but never take the
action.
step.
Right.
So take the steps that would take you to.
How frustrated are you to operate in the Ghanaian space? To be one of the very few who think the way you do and have to operate in a space where you are more comfortable.
I'm not frustrated.
Okay.
What I am is saddened by how much we leave on the table.
On the table.
Because of the subdivisions we do.
Okay.
And also our refusal and very intentional steps to work together. See, there are a few things. Have you ever seen a winning team without a captain?
No.
Have you ever seen a winning team with 3 captains?
Yes, but one has to lead, and then there's a deputy.
So then there's no 3 captains.
Okay.
I'm saying a captain.
The one who wears at any given time.
Thank you. There's only one.
Yes.
Good. So it is okay for somebody to lead. It is okay for somebody to lead to win first, so you can win second. We cannot all win at the same time. And it's also okay to collaborate and build, because there's an adage, and this is one of my challenges. So our social programming is actually very insidious, because some of them are actually very negative. You know, as you will feel, Coco football, so these are actually, to me, they are very negative programming. But I was gonna say that fastest go alone, farther go together.
Right. That's very interesting, because when you ask anybody about the Ghanaian, they say, the Ghanaian is a very hospitable person. The Ghanaian loves to collaborate. The Ghanaian is all about Ubuntu. The Ghanaian is all about let us do it together.
With who?
I'm saying if you ask someone who is not Ghanaian,
outsiders.
Yes,
we show we have two-face.
You're saying a lot of things about Ghanaians.
Why? But I'm a Ghanaian too.
Right. And I'm saying the reason we are two-faced is that our parents taught us to be two-faced.
No, because the social programming, like I said, actually it's very insidious in nature. If you apply it, if you look, they are very negative. And those programming, it influences us more than...
You see, one of the things I like about the young Ghanaian is that he's a global Ghanaian. In that his awareness of global issues is as much or as profound, in my opinion, as anybody everywhere around the world. Which means that there's hope for the young Ghanaian to be what you say he should be. How does he have all this knowledge, all this awareness? He's able to talk to you, give you a workshop on K-pop. He's able to give you a workshop on hip-hop. He's able to give you a workshop on all of that. And when it comes to doing, I'm saying that, or it is my theory that where he finds himself, there are obstacles. I'm not giving excuses. I'm just saying that sometimes you can only do so much. Right.
You need a certain momentum.
Right.
To do more than you do. You need, and to be honest, let's not play around. Where it is working, there's a bigger power that is pushing and driving them.
Okay.
Usually when you go dig, it's actually government. Government makes more millionaires than private sector. Private sector, we are efficient.
Okay.
Right? But A government contract will change your life
life.
in 2 seconds.
Right.
A private sector contract, Charlie, you go stress.
Yeah.
But you will get there. But it's more efficient because we also don't need to overlook it because, again, government is government. But that cohesive national strategy and intentional steps that you take in marketing and pushing, that hasn't come. And I also very cautious when I call government into things because they sometimes come with a lot of inefficiencies and actually hurts the thing because they are masses of bureaucracy. Private sector, we can't live with bureaucracy.
Yeah.
You need to scale. You need to execute and scale as fast as possible. So but we cannot do it without them because they are the kokromoti and the thumb. You can't make a knot without it. So that cohesion.
You're saying we have to master that dance.
Thank you.
Okay. You see,
and there should be a lockstep. There should be something.
There should be a rhythm that works.
There should be a rhythm that should work. And the thing is, we've seen flashes of brilliance in how that thing should work, but we haven't built on it.
When you say flashes,
Year of Return.
Okay.
Is one of such.
Okay, so Year of Return. This is all like a happy accident. 400 years.
Yes.
It's almost like everything aligned.
But guys, happy accident. You see, again.
Oh my gosh.
Let me point it out. You're making an excuse, but let's go back to the conversation. But the thing is, happy accident or not, that governmental step and embracing and actual pushing
turned out to be a masterstroke.
Turned out to unlock and give confidence because it was based on that confidence that a private initiative walked into the country that gave us that big push, right? So you need that. Like fighting up, I mean, it came too late and I was mad at it, but dropping your visa on arrival to $50, we should keep it at $50. You see the number of people that will come in. We don't do the I mean, I was talking to in the past someone at immigration, one of the heads, and we're having but that's how we generate. Is our IGF? I'm like, sir, you don't understand, but your $150 at a certain point, you know what the consumer does? They're like, I'm coming all 14 hours from America. Jamaica is under 4 hours, and it's $50 or $25 for me to go. My dollar goes more around than me. 14 hours coming here, still coming in and still having to pay $150, and also your overpriced system that doesn't deliver world class that I pay for. Like, bro, you seen sandals in Jamaica, the sea is right, and the pricing is nowhere near your top hotel that is here, or when you really sleeping and pay the money that you pay for a suite here outside. It is, yes, it's economics, it's demand and supply, but what that's where the government comes in. A policy that allows for private players to say, these guys are going to see a boom. They are on course to do 3 million visitors, and they would need all these infrastructure. And they've decided to put a policy together that allows you to, you know what, you can build 15-year tax holidays, this, a few things here, and we will support it. Boom, it unlocks, and the private people turn up with their money. Because that's what happened elsewhere. So you ask me for a system that works, that's part of what it is. So it has to kind of be in lockstep, as you said, master that dance to help. And people think that to help us achieve that thing, but people don't realize, but culture begot soft power. Soft power
is the most powerful of all powers.
Because also it's the one thing that we cannot get. Military power is expensive. Soft power, we have a chance. And in fact, Ghana has some soft power. Like, you're the country that's probably achieving hundreds of millions of free PR worldwide, and you don't pay for a farthing or a peswa or whatever tiniest currency unit that you can find. Put anything in Ghana and globally they eat it up like that. cousin somewhere, somebody's buying and paying 5 million a year for a strip just to increase. You don't do that, then your numbers still beating them.
Yeah.
But imagine if you did that.
Yeah.
Imagine if you supported that. It will. You can unlock billions into the system. So that dance, it must be mastered.
Right.
And also, we need to shut those voices that say it can't be.
I want you to look into the crystal ball. Of course, we won't have another 2019. And we won't have the stars aligned the way they did in 2019. But
Sezu,
okay, so tell me what you see.
it's even going to be bigger.
Okay.
It's about to be bigger.
Okay.
I mean, because the only way we grow is up. Like a lot of things, if you look at geopolitics and some of the shifts that is happening, it's an opportunity for us to wake up. The currency that Ghana has globally is not dimming anytime soon. We've just done things again. Ghana has shown class. We've just switched governments as easy as somebody changing their, like, we make it look like, it's, you got up. Yeah, right? That's a plus. And also, you switched and really nothing has...
Yeah, nothing has been disrupted.
Yeah, so there's continuity.
Right.
Right, at a certain level.
Yeah.
I don't see the continuity at the levels I really want to see it. Because maybe it's also early days, so let me be. But I think we are about to even do it in a much larger scale.
Wise words from Ruddy Kwakye,
Yeah.
the sage.
Yeah, which kind of sage?
Ruddy, thank you for this.
Let's talk, man. What's now starting?
We'll do a part two. Ruddy speed up too much.
I get this dog. Last December, I spent 2 weeks in Lagos, a week in Lagos, at the height of Dirty December. And then I check on Twitter. We are losing Dirty December to Nigeria. I mean, I was gonna go ballistic on us, like, Charlie, this thing will be a waste of my time. But I was there. See, if you compare yourself to big stars coming to Nigeria, you are never competition because they can afford it. There are weird stories of some guy's wedding party and he flies a whole talent in. I mean, I will cite this example. Kim Kardashian was flown to Lagos to go and stand on the stage and say, "Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Love in the Movie." And that was it. She did that introduction. At that time, rumor paid $200,000. This is years ago. But that's Kim K. She hasn't been here.
Yeah.
Right? We forget. This man, Arise. Newspaper and the team. Right. Yeah, Nduka. Mr. Nduka threw a show in he was Global Citizen for Global Citizen. Okay. Snoop, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Busta.
It doesn't get bigger than that.
On a single show in Lagos.
It doesn't happen anywhere else.
Where?
Even in America, it doesn't happen.
No, it's a big festival. It's like it was doing. So we don't compete with that. What we compete with is soul. You get culture. People breathe right. They walk in here. They feel good. And they are happy to drop. So what is this? We are losing that to this. You didn't have a big show or you didn't have a big talent coming to town. Then our paranoia kicks in. We are losing that to this. You didn't lose nothing. Because it was never a competition.
So you're saying we are focusing on the wrong things.
Fly Time does a festival in a hotel. Over 4 days, and he's been bringing everybody and their grandma to it. You cannot compete.
Yeah.
But we did a festival here.
Yeah.
Global.
Yes.
Global.
Every time.
Global. So big, it lifted all sorts of ships. Afro Future went global. Yeah. Today, where is Afro Future? This year, they'll be doing their American debut.
Yeah.
Replacing another icon.
Yes.
That's a major, and yet we still sit here and we think.
We just have to, like as you say, we just have to see the right thing, focus on the right things.
No, thank you.
Yeah, see, I'm talking like you now. See,
it's it's a very it's some way like sometimes, and those are the frustrations. The frustrations that like we've always been.
Yeah,
of all the countries, right? Apart from South Africa that MTV was, and Nigeria was such a humongous play and
For the
talent for MTV.
Okay.
Right. When the content was coming, one of the focus countries that kept were in was Ghana. But we had the tiniest industry at that time compared to others.
I think we still do.
But we're still there.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I mean, let's be realistic. Look in the last 10 years. There are about 5-6 Ghanaians that have gone continental. The music has gone continental. How many Kenyans have put music that shut the dance floor in Ghana?
Hey. I was going to mention it, but that's because I'm a music journalist, and so I know.
No, put it out there.
I'm not putting anything
No,
out there.
put it out there.
I was going to mention Sauti Soul.
Yes.
But
bro, Sauti Soul's impact in Ghana. And then my guys spoke to them today, actually.
Okay, awesome.
In Ghana, against Camido's influence or Kim Promise's influence of his music in Nairobi.
Kenya.
Come on.
Yeah.
Uncomparable.
So there really is no.
It's not any. Like we choose. When they say Ghanaians major in minors,
this is a primary.
It be so true.
Yeah. But I guess like we need perspective like this because
but we tend to amplify the dull voices, and when perspective is speaking, there's just too much idiocy, and at a certain point, perspective is very busy trying to do something. So you know what, we unplug and we focus on what we need to focus on to do the things that we need to do.
Yeah.
But think back, and this is not now.
Yeah, it's always been
Samini, it's an African sensation,
right.
Like we couldn't have Mames without plugging him in. We couldn't have we plugged Sack in the first Mames.
I do remember that's
freestyle. There was a showpiece with Kwakye.
Right.
Rest in peace, Fennec. And I remember us having this conversation. Sack with
Arrested Development.
No. The other one, Flavor Flav's group.
Right. Look,
yeah.
I forget their name.
Me too. I forget their name. I remember. Yeah. And there was a conversation I was had that one day I on that stage that I was saying, guess who was performing with Sack there? There's a young lady called Mo Cheddar. Mo Cheddar dog music, like I can't even remember. Yeah. Stack is still standing.
Yeah.
And that was the icon. In fact, the person that Stack performed with presented an award and actually had a showpiece. He was the adult supervision in the room. From an MTV perspective, wanted to, we're blending. It was a blended show, so we bring old school, and those guys. One of the most iconic performances they've ever had happened in Cape Coast Castle. It was in Emancipation of Panafest.
Okay.
One of the most iconic performances they performed at Cape Coast Castle. And he speaks about it every day. Wow. He has a radio show with 40 million listeners, across the states. And when we met, it's like, yo, you guys don't know how Ghana means to me, man. When Flavor and I came to Ghana and that performance that we had, that was Year of Return 20 years. Before Year of Return.
Right.
So you see how powerful that in iconography, you see how powerful that thing is. So we have all of these. And again, I'll ask you, I mean, look, Diamond is big, right?
But he's never had a crossover record.
Like, we brought Inos B here. Party after party. The guy that I always said should have come to perform in Afro Nation in 2019. And we tried. Because I really wanted to. Yeah, that song. That song was the kind of the song of the continent for that year. I mean, Burner and Wiz had their songs, but Party After Party, that was a viral jam. Those numbers are dwarf when it comes to Promise. And when it comes to what you call it, Camido,
Stoneboy,
when it dwarf. So you don't have a system, you don't have an industry, you don't have.
Look, I'm just amplifying what my people are saying. I just ask the questions.
No, I think you need to tell everybody to shut up. It's not true. And belief is a powerful thing because you see, if we don't start believing, outsiders can never believe.
Yeah.
But you know the saddest trend I see, even though we don't believe, the grace on us and the blessing on this country is so overwhelming. Others actually believe us more than we believe in ourselves. So when they hear that you don't have a system and whatnot, it feels sad because they know.
So you're saying belief is more important than knowledge, in a way.
Belief comes with knowledge. You believe.
Without knowledge, you can't have belief.
Yeah. You have to.
Okay, we believe.
And others, like, you know, through a show here, like, yo, everybody wants to come.
Yeah.
I said somewhere, Ghana is the hottest chick in the room that everybody wants to get with.
Yeah.
Really. In
But
my travels.
She has confidence problems. She has daddy issues. She has inferiority complex.
Charlie, you've made my point. You've just made my point.
Okay.
But yeah, she's the hottest chick.
So imagine what happens if she lifts her head and keeps her chest
Charlie, and walks in her grace. Walks in her blessing. And actually start to believe in the things that they're doing. It's game set match for everybody else.
It makes me both happy and sad, but
yeah, and imagine how I feel that I have to be in all of these rooms, having all of these conversations, and I know that at home, it is
something that is.
It is a thing, you know, and you know, it's one of the funny things I am like. Everything is equating it to Grammy, like, bruh.
Yeah, the obsession with
unobtainium.
Yeah. and it used to be an international feature as well, like with an American artist.
Everybody has that. I mean, come on, that thing is prevalent. Look, guys, we all want the validation that comes with, and also America's positioning. It's actually America's soft culture, power that is
the Mecca. So
yeah, it does, right? The UK people want America. Yes. What are you talking about? Okay. Like to go international when you're in UK, to go international,
you have to go to America.
You've made it in America.
Sway told me that. So
it's just true. So
he said when he was touring with Akon, he said he was standing next to the biggest artist on the planet.
Sway, Akon, standing by presenting an award in Kasarani in Nairobi at the Mames. And I remember because bro flew, they came in, so the timing was so tight, literally came straight, came, performed, and I was like, bro, and that made me happy. Like I brought that to go.
Don't give up on us. Don't give up on us.
If I have, but like by now, like I relocate.
I mean, you're not.
I mean, look, there's a generation that's gonna fix this thing anyway. By the way, like,
is it us?
Probably passive because you're echoing a lot of their sentiment.
I'm just. But the thing is,
there is.
Okay.
I think a bunch of people are gonna fix this thing,
and it's not us. Okay.
There's a generation that's gonna make this thing happen.
Put it out there, Rudy.
Oh no, they are like their confidence level.
Okay.
And also they are. One of my favorite rap lines. You know, they are Ray Charles to all the BS.
Okay.
Yeah, they can't. They don't see you. Yeah. All the things that we say and all of these reasoning, they don't care.
They're going to get their first million CDs in their early 20s.
$.
Hey, sorry.
$. They are. It's coming. It's happening. The person who's doing that, he's lacing his boots. He doesn't know he's doing that. But it's already happening. The only thing is this, you know, and let me go to our social program. Fantima, he has to do a manti, which means you shouldn't care. Listen. Like that imaginable, that imaginary, invisible level that is like you can't cross here now. Forget it.
The Ghanaian level,
because Osibisa crossed it already. Yes. Fuse ODG crossed it already. Sway crossed it already. A bunch of people have crossed it already. I mean,
I was going to say that Osibisa was founded in the UK.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm saying that all the examples are.
But I understand that. But okay, guys, we need to go where it works, right?
Right.
Half of the Nigerian acts, literally don't live in Nigeria anymore.
They live in the UK.
They live in
the US.
They live in markets that work. So.
But that has to also do with their touring regimen.
Yeah, but because they've learned themselves to the system. Okay. Who says we can't live in the UK? But the job is the job.
Yes.
Touring means that this guy is literally performing 8 hours apart. He finishes here, jumps to the next stage.
So he has to be at a place where
it's a regimen that is hard.
Where it is easy.
Right? So if you're not lending yourself to that, I say it's happening. Amare has knocked this thing out of the park already.
I'm surprised.
And she's Ray Charles to all the BS.
You know, she said that the reason her reason, I think I remember her saying her reason of staying in the UK was that it was easier. You know, me travel.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you need a global hub to
Right.
to be able to go to all the places that you're doing. But that's also the thing, right? There's certain businesses you're running. You can't sit in Tamale and run it. Look, there are even certain jobs you have. You can't live in certain places and function effectively.
Effectively, it's not possible.
There are certain businesses you can't put your office in certain places. It's 101. We learned that when you want to how to cite a business, nearness to what? Resources, nearness to what not. You know the book is that we don't learn about
to Dubai these days.
Yeah, you learned it in GSS.
I did.
So it's there.
Saint Mark Preparatory.
It's there. My point is, it is already written, but we just allow the voices that
we listen to what we shouldn't listen to.
Yeah.
And that becomes our truth.
And we accept truth we shouldn't accept.
Right.
We accept, we accept opinions. And we like, no, this is gospel. And it's not. Go and read. If you read, you discover that it's not true. Because look, I'll bring back Amarians like, yo, sit, master class. How has it been done? What's the formula? And there's a formula to things. But if our first step is not to be curious, like, I get things to say, man. Like, there are talents that hit certain traction levels that after that they slept. There's one guy, man. MTV was worrying, like, yo, we want this guy. He needs a video on the thing. They were ready to put him everywhere. Charlie, you see, you get close. Where are the opportunities? Who's touring? Guys, anybody's in, I'm happy to join at this thing. I'll be here. You lend yourself to what? The process. If you put in a thing in a lake is the static one. Rivers are the good. You want to move. You jump on a river. The river flows. But if you are standing at the bank,
it then actually flows into the bigger water.
Thank you. So simple thing. How are you sitting in Ghana and
he doesn't know any better? Sometimes you can't really blame. He doesn't know any better. It's
you assume they don't. They do. Okay. And the thing is, they'll battle you on Twitter and spaces like they know everything. Come on, let them catch some responsibility.
Okay.
I want to see the talent that takes some money, fetches a place, goes to sit in Lagos and say, I'm here. Lagos is a 7-day country. It's a 7-day city. There's something happening somewhere, anywhere. You get paddies. Okay, Joe, we go. Hey, I'm with you.
Indeed, Joe. Okay.
The same programming.
An artist told me that going to Lagos is like dropping it's like a drop in an ocean.
Yes, but
like that there's no point. That's an artist you respect. I'll tell you off air.
That there's no point.
Yes.
Because he's accepted a reality that is not his. For you to say that what could be the biggest market of music on the continent that is constantly coming to your market to put themselves in your essence,
to immerse themselves. It's almost like,
oh, by the way, and this may sound controversial, but I gotta say, every single Nigerian song that has broken international boundaries, please study. I wanted you to
they
go
all
back.
told me
They come to Ghana
come here as a touch point
and win and douse themselves in the Ghana River, get our blessings before they scale.
Every Nigerian artist,
and yet you say the very respectable artist told you that going to Lagos is a drop. More radio stations than you can count on a fixed. More clubs, more spaces, more rich people, more people with ego that will pay you 20,000 just to be nice with you than in a square mile than you can get here. And you're telling, but the first thing is you defeat yourself by saying going there is pointless.
No point. Right. Take risks. Go. Do. Question everything.
Okay. Thank you, Denzel.
You have really lashed us. We are very, very sorry, sir. We'll never do that again. Rudy, thank you so much for this. This has been a treat.